too much of the other characters and trying to do this with this side character and bring this person in. I need to focus on TJ and only the characters that's going to move his story to where I want it to be. Because if trying to build up this whole world and all this other stuff and building up these characters is going to stop me from finishing what I'm trying to finish, then I don't want no part of it. And I can just stay focused on getting TJ's story told. So anything, if I'm trying to be like, hey, okay, I got TJ, Kyle, and McKenna, all of them, well, actually Keo and everybody all together. If I'm trying to go off and build up whatever with Keo and give him so much time and everything, it kind of takes away from me trying to do whatever I'm trying to do with TJ when he's the one that people came to the show for. And so I'm like, really start focusing on that. And that's what I did with the shorts. I have figured, okay, let me focus more on TJ, his background, what Void Beasts are, what different Void Beasts want, and everything. But this is still telling TJ's story. So I'm getting to expand with these other characters, but all of these Void Beasts that I'm introducing, they all are a part of TJ's story, and they are all important to his story and to his end goal. So if it doesn't have anything to do with that, with my main character's end goal, I don't really, or it can't amplify their end goal to get the reader to understand more about that character, or they can't shine a different light on my main character, I'm gonna just start leaving it alone and just, like we were saying, shortening it up, staying in the short stories, keep it there, and just keep it rolling. So I guess that's more what I was asking. Like, was it a bunch of like side characters and this and this world and everything?
Yeah, so, you're right. It was. I definitely appreciate your advice, because while you were talking, my mind was just shifting things again. I was like, dang. Yeah, you know what? I should be just focusing on her. Yeah, it really do help, man. That really do help.
When he was talking, also made me think about some of the characters you would bring up talking to me. And I was like, yeah, he did. And like sometimes it'd be his main character, and then he'd be talking about this other character, and then the members of her family and stuff. I was like, yeah, that sounds familiar to like stuff.
Yeah, man, because I done been through it too. It's like, okay, I got TJ, but then I like this character. Well, did that character come from this? And then he got over here, and then he got this and that happening, and then this tribe, this and that happened to his group of werewolves, and then they went off, and then they did this. That's why he's over here with TJ now. But then he doesn't really like this person. But then McKenna got a sister, and then they fight each other, and then they do fire and stuff too, and then nobody knows what happened to they tribe. And then I'm gonna add it in.
Man, you in my head.
I'm like, oh my God. Okay, does this get TJ to where he needs to be? Because this is the character that I started off with. This is the one I wrote the story for. This is the one that's on the cover. This is the one I've been promoting. Does this get him to where he needs to be? If it doesn't, right now, at the level we're at. Now, I'm not saying nobody, if it's somebody at the level we're at and they can do it, I'm not telling them not to do it. Because some people, they be on top of it. They can do it. They can knock it out. Everything. Just got the skill. They put the skill in. They put the time in to get those skills up and everything. I don't have it. I'm just be honest. I ain't got that yet. So, I'm like, it's either going to be a thing where whatever my main focus is, that I'm going to keep that a focus. Like, for instance, if I switch over to The Extraordinary Messiah, it's about Andre. Like, the book, The Extraordinary Messiah, is about Andre Messiah, but it's kind of like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Diamond is Unbreakable, the one with Josuke, where they're all in school and everything. He has Crazy Diamond. That one is about Josuke, but it's also about the town of Morio. So when you look at it, we can focus on Josuke 1 minute, then his friends, and then the other kid, then the alien guy across town, or Rohan 1 minute. We can focus on all of them because it's about that town. It's about Josuke and then the kids in that town and what's going on in the
what
town.
builds the town and stuff.
Yeah, so you can say, you know what, this ain't about this isn't necessarily about this one person. It's about this town. So I can focus on these characters over here and then swing it back over here to this other character, back to my main character. So with Andre, I can take off and have it go to where his friends, all of them are trying to help people in their city, and they'll split up to go do whatever they're going to do, go help somebody find their missing kid and put them in this wild adventure, because it's about Andre, but it's also about him and his friends dealing with everything that's going on in New Moreno. So all of them will be doing all kind of wild stuff, but it'll all lead back into Andre and building the legend of him and his friends. So I also try to make it make sense to where, okay, if I send Andre off somewhere else, his friends are doing something over here, all of that is happening, but whatever they're doing, when they link back up, it's going to affect Andre. So I don't, like, the friends are trying to find, like in the chapter 2, the friends are trying to find this missing girl. We'll be doing chapter 3 sometime probably next year. And then when they come back, they tell Andre, hey, we know you're a god, but we kind of got into this situation. And then Andre is going to have to figure out with them or whatever. But it's still a thing where it's going to get him to where he needs to be, and it's going to play a part into what he's doing. But again, if it can't be done, I say if it's going to stop you from doing what you need to do, shorten it up and focus on that main character only.
Man, I never thought about what you just said until now. Like the focus of your story drives the narrative, and I never thought like you just said about JoJo Adventures. Like, that season is about the town, which means the town is the main character, which means multiple people can be like a part of it. But like, if you're focusing on one character, then that should be the focus and stuff like that. So I was like, wow, that's something I never thought about.
Yeah, because like you look at it, like even with Stardust Crusaders on JoJo, it's Jotaro and old Joseph, Dio, and then all his friends. Like, all of them, they're part of it, but it's a beeline to Egypt. It's like, we got to get to Egypt, to Dio. That's it. We got to get there. None of this other side stuff, none of this other mess. We got to get to Dio, and everything that happens along the way is we knocking off these people that are getting in our way to get to Dio. And then even with Golden Wind, it's like, okay, we got to find whoever the boss is. We got to get to where this guy is. Now, Italy is kind of the thing, but Italy is just like where it takes place at, the names, stuff like that. But in comparison to Diamond is Unbreakable, to where you're watching it in 1 minute, it's Josuke doing whatever. Then the next minute he off playing games with the alien guy, got him turning into dice and messing up burning down Rohan's house and running off. Then you got the girl that was in the alley, her and I keep forgetting I am bad with names. And this is my favorite. Yeah, this is my favorite anime and everything. And anime and manga, and I still forget names. Was it Hiroshi, the little short dude that had the little sound stand?
Oh
yeah. And he's going back and forth with the girl with the hair. And it's like, so there's always something going on to where everybody is showing what's happening with this town, and all of it is affecting everybody. So, I mean, I think that would be something to where it would definitely help out. But again, that would work in short stories too, to where you got this location or whatever you're focusing on, but then you do little short stories that are like, again, 4 or 5, maybe even 10 pages of different stuff that's happening there, and then just go from there.
Yeah, like I think that, I never thought about it until now, but that has always like somewhat ruined my process with making a story, is that I try to build a whole world instead of just like focusing on the main character and growing the world as I go.
Yeah, that messed me up too. That messed me up too. So now I'm like, okay, let me get this to where I can explain this to people, and they're able to enjoy the characters without having to invest so much time into them. Because that's we've all talked about this before, and that's one of the main things too. It's like I go to conventions and it's like, is this one book? Is this, how many books is this? This how many? Oh, I got 5 chapters. How many I got? Oh my God. It's like, I don't know which one to buy. And then it's like, well, I'll just buy the first one. And if I got this long story and they got to come back to it, sometimes they may not be invested in that character enough. They may not even know if they like the character enough to be like, you know what, I'm going to invest all this money, and not all this money, but not even necessarily the money, the time. Because we'll spend money on anything we want. If we feel like it's worth our time, we'll spend money on it.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's more or less the time. Do I feel like investing more time in this character? And if everything is all over the place, or I don't really like this character, then I'm not. Or if I like the character, but it's a lot that I got to get through, that I could get lost in, and I don't know if it's going to come back. I don't know how long it's going to be there. And it's like, I don't know about that. But if I'm telling them, hey, this is one shot right here. This is, you can read this. They're like, oh, okay, well, I'll buy that one. Then I'll buy the other ones too. So I think that short, to the point story, introducing the character concepts, letting them see the character do their thing, use their powers, or be in different situations that they understand, it helps out immensely.
Oh yeah. Well, definitely. I hope we giving people a lot to think about and consider when they designing their short stories, or if they even want to do short stories. I guess we on 36 minutes right now, guys. Like, if y'all want to continue, or y'all want to break and come back another time.
I'm actually we could actually come back. I gotta get some stuff ready because like I said, I'm still out here in Philly.
Yeah,
so
Philly.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right. Pat.
Well, everyone, I thank y'all for joining us and listening. This has been, once again, Richard Brown, Matthew Jones, and Lenzo Brown. And thank you for listening, and see you next time. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.